when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes, listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. One minute I held the key, next the walls were closed on me. I let my castle stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once you've gone it was never, never an honest word. And that was when I ruled the world. It was the wicked and wild wind, blew down the doors to let me in, shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I'd become. And revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. Oh, who would ever wanna be king? I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name, never an honest word. But that was when I ruled the world. Hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name, never an honest word. But that was when I ruled the world. Ever since I could remember, everything inside of me just wanted to fit in. I was never one for pretenders, and everything I tried to be just wouldn't settle in. If I told you what I was, would you turn your back on me? And if I seemed dangerous, would you be scared? I get the feeling just because everything I touch isn't dark enough, that this problem lies in me. I'm only a man with a candle, got Can I clear my conscience? Different from the rest. Do I have to run and hide? I never said that I want this. This burden came to me, and it's made its home inside. If I told you what I was, would you turn your back on me? And if I seem dangerous, would you be scared? I get the feeling just because everything I touch isn't dark enough, that this problem lies in me. I'm only a man with a cable to guide me. I'm taking a stand to escape what's inside me. A monster, a monster. I've turned into a monster, a monster, a monster, and it keeps getting stronger. I'm only a man with a cable to guide me. I'm taking a stand to escape what's inside me. A monster, a monster. I've turned into a monster, a monster, a monster, and it keeps getting stronger. I do my best to find some kind of glow. I'm giving it some heart and soul now. From the darkest grays, the sunburst clouds break. That fire from the streets of Babylon to the road that we've been on now. The kaleidoscope claims another. This is life in color. Today feels like no other. The darkest grays, the sunburst clouds break. This is life in motion. And just when I could run this race, no, the sunburst clouds break. This is life in color. Well, you've seen my worst, and yet you see some hope in me. The black and white set us free, like the queen to the rook. Your decision was a sure thing, honey, yeah, a sure thing. No wonder I feel like I'm missing a heavy load. But no matter what daylight brings to us, we all know. This is life in color. Today feels like no other. In the darkest grays, the sunburst clouds break. This is life. life in color. Today feels like no other. From the darkest grays, the sunburst clouds break. Whoa. To be, ain't no doubt about it. No way to hide that sort of thing. Now waiting for some better. Ain't nothing better worth imagining. But I keep on running. I'm building bridges that I know you never wanted. Look for my heart, you stole it away. Listen, I want you to burn my bridges down. Say, I want you to burn my bridges down, down, down. Set me on fire. out to sea. We'll send it where you want it. You can take it note for note and not at all. There's no filling up your spaces with dictionary places, imaginary faces, they don't work at all. I keep on running, I'm building bridges that I know you never wanted. Look for my heart, we stole it away. Now on every single road that I could take, listen. Want you to burn my bridges down, down. I want you to burn my bridges down, yeah. Set me on fire. You set me on fire. You're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars. 'Cause you light. You're a sky full of stars. I wanna die in your arms. Oh, oh. 'Cause you get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. Oh. I don't care, go on and tear me apart.
in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beauty focused EOU. Ooh, you, ooh, I'd leave it all. My acres of land I've achieved. It may be hard for you to stop and believe, but for you, ooh, I'd leave it all. Oh, for you, ooh, I'd leave it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. My many artifacts, the list goes on. If you just say the words, I'll up and run. Oh, to you, ooh, I'd leave it all. Oh, to you, ooh, I'd leave it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, for me, then all of this will go away. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. My friends and family, they don't understand. They fear they'll lose so much if you take my hand. But for you, ooh, I'd lose it all.
Breaks the power of sin and darkness, whose love is mighty and so much stronger. The King of glory, the King above all kings, who shakes the whole earth with holy thunder and leaves us breathless in awe and wonder. The King of glory, the King above all kings. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love, that you would take my place, that you would bear my cross. You lay down your life, that I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Who brings our chaos back into order? Who makes the orphan a son and daughter? The King of glory, the King above all kings. Who rules the nations with truth and justice, shines like the sun in all brilliance. The King of glory, the King above all kings. This is amazing Worthy is the King who conquered the grave, and worthy is the Lamb who was slain. And worthy is the King who conquered the grave, and worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave, and worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy, worthy, worthy. Oh, this is amazing grace. This is unfailing love, that you would take my place, that you would bear my cross, you would lay down your life, that I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Higher than the mountains that I face, stronger than the power of the grave, constant in the trial and the change. This one thing remains, this one thing remains. Your love never fails, it never gives up, it never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, it never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives, it never runs out on me. Your love, your love. And on and on and on and on it goes, as it overwhelms and satisfies my soul. And I never ever have to be afraid, 'cause this one thing remains, this one thing remains. Your love never fails, it never gives up, it never runs out on me. Your fails, it never gives up, it never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, it never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, it never runs out on me. Your love, your love, one more time. Your love never fails, it never gives up, it never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, it never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, it never runs out on me. Your love, your love.
Some coffee. There is coffee available in the lobby if you would like to get some before everything starts. Cool. You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. Great are you, Lord. You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. And great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only.
That's fine. We'll just do an extra long.
You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep. My faith will stand, and I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours and you are mine. Your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. Where feet may fail and fear surrounds me, you've never failed and you won't start now. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul rest in your embrace. For I am yours and you are mine. And you are mine. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me, and take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. And Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me, and take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence presence of my Savior. Lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me, and take me deeper than my feet could ever wander. And my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. My soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine. Yes, I am yours and you are mine. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly trust in Jesus' name. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly trust in Jesus' name. Christ alone, cornerstone, weak made strong in the Savior's love through the storm. He is Lord, Lord of all. When darkness seems to hide his face, I'll rest on his unchanging grace. In every high and stormy gale, my anchor holds within the veil. My anchor holds within the veil. Christ alone, cornerstone, weak made strong in the with trumpet sounds. Oh, may I then in him be found, dressed in his righteousness alone, faultless stand before the throne, faultless stand before the throne. We're gonna start in about 2 minutes, so if you'd like to make your way in and get comfortable, that would be awesome. Thanks, guys. Christ alone, cornerstone, weak made strong in the Savior's love. Through the storm, He is Lord, Lord of all. Christ alone, cornerstone, weak made strong in the Savior's love. Through the storm, He is Lord, Lord of all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome KFYI talk radio personality Mike Broomhead.
It's an honor to be here. It's been a while since I've been to ACU. You're doing a great job. This is amazing what you're doing here. Welcome to all the athletes, the nominees, parents, friends. The second annual Westphal Athletic Ceremony, Award Ceremony, fundraiser for Arizona Christian University. Joining us tonight is Paul Westphal. He's the brand of ACU. He's graciously allowed his name in the Westphal Athletic Fund. You'll be able to learn a little bit later on how you can support it. Before we reveal our winners, I want to let you know that the call for nominees cross-section all the way across the university, and it was an independent interdepartmental group that picked the winners. I don't know what that means, but it sounds kind of important. So I better say it because it's on the card. Before I'd like to invite the athletic director and head men's basketball coach, Jeff Rutter, up. He's going to open us in a word of prayer.
It's with great pleasure that I get to welcome you to the event tonight, the second annual Westphal Awards Ceremony. I want to thank Coach Westphal for taking time out of his schedule with the Brooklyn Nets to come out here and be with us. And thank you for your legacy of excellence on the court and your Christ-like example off the court. I also want to thank Mike Broomhead for being with us, and particularly his defense on the airwaves for defending biblical truth on a daily basis that he does. And lastly, the main reason we're here is to honor this group of student athletes, and it truly is a remarkable group of student athletes. Collectively, this group combined for over 175,000 hours of practice, weights, study hall, community service, leadership development. Not only was it a hard-working, committed group, they were good on the court and field as well. More than half the teams had their best records in school history. We had 2 teams win at the national tournament for the first time in school history. And it was also a very good group in the classroom as well, with a cum GPA that ranks in the top in the Golden State Athletic Conference, as well as the most student scholar athletes nationally and at the conference level as well. And most importantly, this group was tremendous ambassadors for our community throughout campus and our community, and certainly deserving of you being here and our support and celebrating their accomplishments. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this evening where we get to celebrate the efforts and success of all our student athletes this past year. We thank you for your great purpose and plan for their lives and bringing them to ACU. We thank you for the opportunity to work and go to school at a school that seeks to honor you in all it does. And we thank you for the support of family and friends that help these student athletes balance academics and the social life and all the. And we just pray that you honor this evening and bless us in your name. Amen.
Thanks, Coach. I know you want to get to the winners. Let's find out who the winners are tonight. I want to introduce 2 special people to introduce the winners of the Faith Award and Female Faith Award. And since I'm doing the introductions, I get to freelance a little bit. I'm not quite sure that the Munsels understand how much I admire them. I got to watch Len Munsell walk his faith in some tough times for a while when he ran for governor, and some horrible things were said, and he never wavered. I was around Arizona Christian University a long time ago before they came on board. First college class I took as an adult, Dr. Munsell was my professor, and it terrified me. It terrified me. And they have been very kind to me, but they have been a great example of leadership and Christian leadership. So I want you to welcome, please, President Len and Dr. Munsell.
All right, thanks, Mike. Well, our first award this evening, the Female Faith Award, recognizes the female athlete who is truly Christ-focused in all areas of her life. This athlete genuinely defines what it means to bring glory and honor to the Lord in her athletic. The nominees for Female Faith Award are
Amber Rails, golf. Emily DeVore, Haley Settle, volleyball. And Katie Wolf, cross country.
all right. And the award goes to Katie Wolf.
Shocker. Okay, if you get to the airport in the next hour, you can probably get it to her by tomorrow morning. Okay. All right. This is going to be a big surprise to you, but it's like the exact same as the Female Faith Award. Recognizing the male athlete who's truly Christ-focused in all areas of his life. And we are grateful for all of the leaders who show Christ-likeness in what they do as athletes and as students at Arizona Christian. The nominees for the Male Faith Award are
Brennan Bowen, football. Chris Bates, cross country. Drew Klein, soccer. Eric Grafrod, golf. And Dylan Waugh, baseball.
all right. And the Male Faith Award goes to Brennan Bowen.
Brennan Bowen participates in both football and track and field teams. He's the team leader, leading the football team prayers before and after games with the ACU team and the opposition. Brennan is also a one-to-one mentor and discipleship mentoring for football and track teams. He has spoken at a men's group with President Munsell and Randy Chambers from FCA. Brennan currently preaches on Sunday and Wednesday evening services at Redeemed International Church. He is also involved with training to become a pastor. Brennan also participates in outreach ministries with Redeemed International Church at Church on the Street. Brennan Bowen.
Joke's on you guys. You just handed a future pastor a mic and told him to keep it under a minute. In all seriousness, though, I grew up in the church. It wasn't until March 7th, 2012, that I really decided to walk out my faith. I'd kind of grew up in the church and thinking, you know, maybe sleeping in a garage makes you a car, and maybe because I go to church I'm a Christian, but I decided to actually be one about 3 years ago. And the decisions radically transformed my life. And I just like to thank my wife, my family, the players on the team, the coaches, and everybody here for just taking up the call. The school's motto is forming culture with truth. And that comes from, I believe, Romans 12:1 and 2. It says, I urge you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your body as a sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. It literally means it's your minimum devotion. And do not be conformed to the things of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. You can't transform culture if you've been conformed to it, and not being conformed to it is our minimum service. So for those of you, student athletes, faculty, coaches, call and are continuing to transform culture, thank you for fighting the good fight. And for those of you who are thinking about joining, it's a fight worth fighting. Thank you.
Oh Lord, I'm nervous.
Hey PJ, how you doing?
I'm all right. All these lights, I don't know if I can do this, man.
You got it, buddy. Come on. Come on.
No, you just do it. I really can't. These lights and all these people just really scare me.
Hey, buddy, I'm gonna count.
Take it.
I'm gonna count to 3, and you're gonna read the card, okay? 1, 2, 3.
The award for record-breaking performance recognizes the athlete or team whose performance statistically set the record in regards to performance. The nominees for record-breaking performance are
Abby Peasley, Haley Warden, volleyball, women's tennis, and men's basketball.
Hey, that was really well done.
Nah, I messed up a little bit, but it's okay.
The winner for record-breaking performance goes to women's tennis.
This season, the Firestorm women's tennis team went 22-1 in the regular season and finished the year a perfect 12-0 in GSAC play. During this run, they beat 3 teams twice that were in the top 15 of the nation. In just their 3rd season in the program's history, the Firestorm recorded their first 20-win season. After never finishing a season over 500, this year's team finished with an overall 23-3, a GSAC regular season title, and earned a spot in the NAIA National Tournament.
Hi guys, I'm Jessica. I'm a senior on the tennis team. We just wanted to thank the athletic for making all of this possible, and we also want to thank Tim Reed for being our biggest fan this year.
Also, a special thank you to Clearance for making us stronger, and to Kyle and for making us healthy.
We also want to give a thanks to Derek for keeping everyone posted when we were away, and thank God for bringing us here. We're so grateful, and we managed to do really well and keep up with our schoolwork, so thank you. Thank you guys.
Westphal Awards, LOL. Good tweet.
Oh, it's on a timer. That's not good.
I'm Zach Vogel, I play baseball. I'm Tyler Cawthorn, I play tennis. The award for best game recognizes the athlete who had the most impressive single game performance.
And the nominees for best game are
Garrett Grunwald, football. Ty Smith, men's golf. Alyssa Vandering, softball. Brandon Newman, men's basketball. And Desiree Jackson, women's tennis.
And the award for best game goes to Brandon Newman.
Brandon Newman, a junior transfer from Imperial Valley Community College, had the best game of the year when he scored 32 points against a ranked St. Xavier squad in the team's season opening victory. Newman finished with game shooting 10 of 15 from the floor, 8 of 9 from beyond the three-point arc, and shot 4 of 6 at the free throw line. Brandon Newman.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming. First of all, I'd like to thank God for giving me the opportunity to play basketball, and also Coach Rudder for giving me the opportunity to play here at Arizona Christian, and for my teammates for having faith in me.
Hello again.
I'm Justin Barnes. I play football and run track.
I'm still Brennan Bowen.
So, Brennan, I heard that people call you the White Ape. What's that about?
Oh, man. I'll tell you if you can explain this. So, you guys don't know this, but what happened there is he was going to make fun of me in front of all of you and win. Came back from behind and ended up winning. So the next category we're actually looking at is come from behind performance. The award for best come from behind performance recognizes the athlete or team with the best come from behind win during the season. The nominees for best come from behind performance are
women's tennis, men's basketball, football, and volleyball.
And the winner is,
men's basketball.
Men's basketball took on Hope International on February 7th at home in a crucial GSAC game. After losing to HIU and dropping to second place in the conference just a few weeks earlier, ACU had a chance to revenge their loss and get back into first place in the conference. At the time, ACU was ranked 10th in the country. ACU trailed for the first 25 minutes of the game, but ended up coming out on top with an impressive 65-55 victory. Men's basketball.
What? He's right there.
We'd like to, well, first thank God for getting us to Arizona Christian, all of us, and having us reach that path here. Thank the fans for coming to our game and supporting us through every game we've gone to. And thank my teammates as well for helping us win those games as well. But thank you to everyone. Coach?
Thanks, Wolfgang. What Kevin didn't mention about that game was the perfectly executed game plan of not scoring for 10 minutes and going down 23-2, so Hope got overconfident. So great job, guys, executing. Our next award is the Service Award. This Service Award recognizes the athlete who went above and beyond to not only serve their team, but their community as well. The nominees for the Service Award are
Eric Crabtrot, golf. Greer Forsett, tennis. Nicole Jenkins, cross country and track. And baseball.
And the award goes to Greer Forsett.
Only a sophomore, Greer Forsett has taken a leadership role on the team as team chaplain. She sets up devotionals for the women's team, does devotionals on and has invited all her teammates to her weekly college small groups. She has participated in Project 032 several times this season, and she took a leadership role in helping with all of our fall service project. Greer has helped her team strengthen their faith, and she has been there for each player whenever they need help. Here is Greer Forsett.
I can't speak well. Just thank you for even thinking of me for this, and just thank you for God just being a part of
our lives. And I have a great team that I get to be a part of, and great family that supports me, and just thank you. And yeah.
Future in broadcasting. Future in broadcasting. You guys having a good time so far? Wow, that was pretty weak. Come on, are you having a good time? I want to say thank you to Arizona Christian University. It's a great place. I have had the pleasure of being around it for a long time, and it's been a while since I've been on campus, and I want to change that. It really changed my life in a lot of ways, the people there. As some of you know that know me, I was raised in a single parent home, and the men I looked up to were coaches. And talking with Coach Westfall a little bit about his, people that ask him for advice and some of the things he said, it reminded me of the great people that invested in my life. So if you're an athlete or you're a student at ACU, you're blessed. Great people there. What's interesting is that one of the things I push the most on the air is education. And one of the worst kept secrets in the world is I was probably the worst student you've ever met in your life. Guidance counselor in high school, true story, 17 years old and a junior in high school, got caught skipping 19 days of high school in a row. Most of the teachers were just happy I was gone. That's why they didn't report me. And I got pulled into the guidance counselor's office, and I was expecting the Mike, you're a smart kid, buckle down and get good grades speech. And he looked me in the eye and said, Mike, high school's not for everyone. You may want to join the Army, which is what I did. But now that I've grown up, I was in the adult program here at ACU for a while. And my first professor, as I said before, was Dr. Munsell. And I had known them as friends and was absolutely terrified that she was going to figure out what a fool I really am. And she already knew. But it was a great experience for me to be on a college campus, and you are an encouragement to people like me. To hear young people talk about their faith in Christ and making a decision to walk for Christ and to walk your faith and do it boldly, and to say you can't be conformed to the world if you're going to transform the world, to hear that from a young person, for someone myself that in my mind I'm still 21 and trying to grip the fact that I'm going to be 48 in a few weeks, it's an encouragement to me. So thanks for having me here. I want to get to some more award winners here, but you should be very proud of the people you are, of the university that you attend, and the people that are teaching you and guiding you along the path. So let's get to some more winners.
Hello, I'm Kyle Shipp, I play football.
I'm Jesse Gerke, I play soccer.
And we are presenting the Breakthrough Performance Award. The Breakthrough Performance Award recognizes an athlete or team that works hard in practice.
Practice? Talking about practice?
Yeah, practice, not a game. Or, yeah, I guess a game.
Oh, we are talking about a game.
Yeah. They made the best or most significant breakthrough this season.
Nominees for Breakthrough Performance are
Dominic Postorino, golf. Ryan Esslinger, football. Sharif Watson, men's basketball. Women's tennis. And softball.
And the award goes to softball.
The 2015 softball team won 20 more games than last year, which is the best turnaround in NAI history. The 2015 squad also earned the program's first wins against ranked teams at number 15, April 18th, and at number 3, Concordia, April 25th. The future looks very bright for all the Firestorm softball program, who are coming off a season where they went 31-18 and just missed claiming a spot in the playoffs. Women's softball.
Wow, this is such an honor. Thank you to God, first of all, and thanks to the athletic department and our coaches and the team. It's been an awesome season, so thank you so much.
I bet all of you were wondering whose voice that really was in all those videos. It wasn't me. My name's Weston Deal.
And I'm Wolfgang Wood.
What are we here again for?
Presenting the Most Inspirational Award.
Okay, who's the most inspirational person to you, Wolfgang, other than Jesus Christ and your mom?
My dad.
I didn't see that coming. They must have been inspired to give you a name.
That hurt. The award for Most Inspirational recognizes the athlete who is said to have been the best motivator of the team. They are the ones that inspire others to work harder and come together for the team's common goal.
The nominees for Most Inspirational Athlete are
Bree Duhamel, soccer. Megan Nelson, softball. Haley Warden, volleyball. Andrea Crook, tennis. Kenny McAvoy, soccer. And Patricia Porter, softball.
And the winner is Bree Duhamel.
Bree Duhamel is an encouraging and compassionate team member. She has been an integral player for the Lady Firestorm for the past 3 years. She started and leads her team's Bible study every week. She has a huge encourager in team workouts, and this has been spearheaded by competitive spirit in both practices and games. Bree is also driven to work hard and motivates her team to do the same. On more than one occasion, she played through injuries to support her team. She loves the Lord fully and exemplifies what it means to inspire her team. Bree Duhamel.
Wow, I'm a little surprised. I didn't prepare anything, but what a blessing it is to play at ACU and just thanking God every moment I get when I am playing and just for giving me strength to get through each game. I would just like to thank the support from each team member, my family for always supporting me, my group of friends, and my boyfriend Riley. Thank you.
I'm back.
As am I. All right, Mr. Ship, tell me the greatest moment of your life.
Well, I would have to say being the first rookie coach to make it to the NBA Finals. Oh, wait, that was you. I'm sorry. My fault.
Well, we're here to talk about the best upset.
Gary, upset in your life.
Well, the biggest upset that happened to me was earlier this year when Mrs. Yanis shot me down for a dance. I see you over there. Anyway, the award for Best Upset recognizes the athletic program that had the most surprising result. The nominees are
Women, men's basketball, softball, and women's basketball. number 16, the Masters College.
And the winner is women's basketball.
The Firestorm women's basketball team earned just their second ever GSAC win in their home regular season finale against the 16th ranked, the Masters College. After playing even with the Mustangs in the first half, ACU pulled away late in the game for a 71-64 victory. It was just the 6th win of the year for ACU, while the Masters fell to 19-8 with the loss. Women's basketball.
There he is.
Yeah, you get that.
Just saying.
Hi. So I actually have a speech prepared for the award I was nominated for. I don't have one prepared for this, but I just want to thank everybody that supported us this season. I want to thank our coaches and the girls that stuck it out. We had a rough season, but it was great being on a team that made history and won our first GSAC game ever. And then we went and won our second GSAC game ever against the team that won the GSAC championship. So it was just really awesome seeing how we've grown, and we're hoping for even more growth in the seasons to come. So thank you.
Good job, ladies.
Hi, I'm Niles Edstrom. I'm a foreign exchange student from Sweden here with Tim Reed.
He had to change his name because he's been up here so many times. All right, we're gonna be doing the comeback athlete. You know, some of the biggest comeback athletes in the history of sports. One thing comes to mind is Ricky Bobby when he won the Talladega 500.
That might only be topped by Bobby Boucher leading the Mud Dogs to win the Bourbon Bowl, or perhaps Average Joe's Gym beating Globo Gym International in the American Dodgeball Association of America National Tournament. Purple Cobras.
Without further ado, the award for comeback athlete recognizes the athlete that faced adversity and came back to compete and did not allow it to be a hindrance in his or her athletic career.
The nominees for comeback athlete are
Jackson Helms, men's basketball. Dylan Waugh, baseball. Eden Sheldon, softball. And Ty Rocha, golf.
And the award, we might need a recount on this. Just kidding, the award goes to Jackson Helms.
On May 23rd, 2015, Jackson Helms was playing in an alumni basketball game at high school in Murrieta, California, when he broke his leg coming down on a dunk. Jackson had just recently been cleared from a broken wrist weeks before. Doctors anticipated, at a minimum, that Helms would be out of commission for 8 to 12 months, making a medical redshirt for Jackson's third year a foregone conclusion. But Jackson had different plans. He was cleared for contact exactly 6 months from the day of his injury and played 2 weeks later on December 6, 2015 against San Diego Christian. After Jackson's return, the men's basketball team went 21-7 on the way to the NAIA National Tournament. Jackson Helms.
I'm going to apologize ahead of time for how poor of a speaker I am. First off, I want to say I'm thankful that God has a sovereign plan, and whether I understand it or not, it remains. This was definitely something difficult to deal with for me personally, but with a lot of help and support, I've been pulled through it. I'm thankful for the close friendship I've developed through this bump in the road and the support they provided me constantly. I want to thank my coaching staff and team for encouraging my return and for making me feel like a valued member of the team even when I doubted myself. I want to especially thank Mr. Tim Reed, who from the moment I stepped back on campus made it known to me that I had been prayed for and was a constant source of encouragement. And he showed a great amount of care, not only for how I felt physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually coming back. And then lastly, I want to thank my parents who can't be here tonight, but they really sacrificed so much for me, so much of their time, effort, and energy, just to make sure I was in the least amount of discomfort as possible as I went through rehab and surgery. Their display of servanthood that they put on is something I emulate and hope to one day repay. I would not have been able to recover in the condition I am or in the time frame that I did without the constant support of them both. I love them both dearly, and just thank you so much.
All right, before we get to the next couple of rounds, I want to give some, talk to the athletes for a minute. It's kind of a tough week for me. Many of you know the story of how I got into radio. It was through tragedy, which is one of the reasons why my faith in God has been strengthened through tragedy. I lost a brother in Iraq 12 years ago on Wednesday. So it's coming up on the anniversary. He was actually killed on Memorial Day of 2003, but he was the superstar quarterback of the high school football team. And at his funeral, the guys that he served with were there. A couple of guys had been injured in the firefight. And they told us what happened with my brother and how heroic he had behaved in looking out for his men. And then before the medevacs were to get there, he was kind of encouraging the guys with him and cracking jokes and people down. And unfortunately, they weren't able to save him before they could get him to the hospital. But they said, "We will never forget your brother. He looked out for us. His first instinct was to look out for us." Fast forward 5 years later, I got a phone call here in Phoenix from my hometown in Fort Myers, Florida. And it was the guys he played football with. When he was a senior, 3 of the freshmen he played with on the high school football team called me and said, "Tom always looked out for us. When everybody picked on the freshmen, as they should be picked on, Tom looked out for us and told us how great we were going to be." Now, all of these guys had grown up to be contractors, and they got the school that I went to and that Tom went to name the high school football stadium after my brother, because he was a great teammate. And I was so surprised that what the men said on the battlefield in 2003 were the same things that the guys said on the football field in 1987. So keep that in mind if you're an athlete. What would your teammates say about you if the last game you played was the last game you ever play? How would you be remembered as a teammate? Because I promise you, that's how you'll be remembered as a human being. And from what we've seen tonight, you've really encouraged people with what the future looks like. So I don't want to bring the room down. My brother was a great teammate, and I hope that in mind. What kind of a teammate are you? Let's find out who the next round of winners are.
I'm Mike Navarre, and I play basketball.
Hi guys, I'm Danielle Parker, and I do volleyball and track. Hey Mikey, I got a question for you. What is something you've always dreamed of? Like, what did you want to be when you were a kid?
Well, when I was little, I always wanted to be like Jackson Helms.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what about you, Danielle?
I don't know, I always kind of wanted to be a superstar.
Well, we're going to be presenting the award for Best Play, and that recognizes the athlete or team that had the most memorable moment. The nominees for Best Play are
Dallas Harrington, track and field. Tanner Stokey, baseball. Charles King, basketball. And football.
The award goes to football.
On Saturday, August 23rd, Arizona Christian Firestorm played the Evangel Crusaders in their first ever game in the program's history. Although the outcome was not in ACU's favor, something very special happened that evening. Jordan Gabriel and his teammates sparked a national firestorm. The punt return team did something that they'd never done before in the NAIA. They returned a punt the entire length of the field and more 109 yards of it. The record was set in 1981 by Ron Fuller of Evangel. Football, best play.
It's not here. All right. I want to say thank God for this opportunity. I want to thank my teammates. I want to thank the school for giving us the opportunity to actually have a team and play. So.
Yeah, what he said. But it's been an amazing opportunity to be here. And we've all come from, different places. So this has definitely just been a great year. And that specific play was just amazing. It really set the tone for the rest of the season. So thanks. I gotta stay up here.
Well, I'm back up here. I'm Jesse.
I'm PJ. I'm back up here too. I guess everybody's been making jokes and having fun. I try to be funny, and I got one comfort laugh at the beginning, but I'm really hurt, but it's okay. So we're just gonna keep it moving.
Yeah. So the award for best team recognizes the team that had the best overall performance.
The nominees for best team are
Women's tennis. Men's basketball. Softball. Women's cross country. And men's track.
And the award goes to women's tennis.
The Firestorm women's tennis team went 23-3 this year. 12-0 in the GSAC regular season conference play. 13-0 against NAIA competition in the regular season. 2-1 against NCAA Division I universities. 3-0 against universities. And 4-0 against NCAA Division III universities. The women won 6 matches against top 15 ranked teams in the nation. The women's tennis team was the first team at ACU to win a GSAC conference championship and also received an at-large bid to the NAIA national tournament. Women's tennis.
Thank you guys so much. First and foremost, glory to God, because we would not be here without him. And huge shout out to Tim Reed, because he was there for every match and he's the best supporter. And huge thank you to the guys team, because they're always cheering us on. And Chris and Jeff, they're always making us work hard and to improve every day. And we're just so grateful and blessed to be playing the sport that we love. So thank you.
This is ACU superfan Tim Reed.
This is Armstrong training. It's a little awkward, but they said I was the biggest fan, and I don't know what they meant by that, but
I thought you got the award for most perspiration.
During football season, probably, yeah, so.
We're here to present Coach of the Year.
If you're a coach, please stand. Let's thank all of our coaches for the great work that they do. If you're a coach in the house, stand up. Stand up. We appreciate you. Appreciate our coaches, all of them. I remember my first coach.
You remember back that far?
Yeah, his name was Noah.
Did he draw up plays for you on a stone tablet?
No, but he treated us like animals, and but we always went for two. So, sorry about that. It's okay. Don't drink and drive, folks, as you leave. Okay.
It's a little more than crickets. We win.
Yes, we got crickets. So, the award for Coach of the Year recognizes the coach that was said to be the best leader for his or her team and guide the team to be the best both on and off the field. And let's take a look at our nominees.
Jeff Rudder, men's basketball. Chris Wilson, tennis. Donnie Yantis, football. And Caleb Lynch, cross country and track and field.
Before I announce the winner, it wouldn't be an award show without recognizing that there's always some significant snubs in every category. There's always some that get left off. There's always some that don't quite make the cut. And this year, one of the biggest snubs, in my opinion, for Coach of the Year in particular in this category, was we left off our most illustrious football special teams coach.
That was the most embarrassing moment of my life. Watch how bad this kick. I think I pulled right here. That's it. They were even waiting, and I couldn't even get it over the lineman. That's pretty bad. So,
Special teams Coach of the Year right there. And the Westphal Award goes to Chris Tolson.
Chris Tolson is the head coach for both the men's and women's tennis teams. While the men had a solid season in another tough GSAC conference, the women shined for Coach Tolson. The Firestorm women saw themselves in the top 25 national poll for most of the season, and they even cracked the top 10. ACU finished with a program best 23-3 while winning the GSAC regular season title and claiming the #1 seed in the GSAC tournament while also earning an at-large bid into the NAIA national tournament. Chris Tolson, Coach of the Year for tennis.
Thank you guys so much. First, I want to thank God for giving me this opportunity to even have the ability to coach at ACU. It's a special place, and I'm very honored and blessed to be here. Thank you to the team for all your hard work this season. It's because of you and your talent is why I'm able to get this award, because of how good you guys are. I want to thank my family and all of my players' families for all the support that you've given the tennis team, as well as all the athletics department as a whole. I look forward to next year and seeing our athletics teams continue to improve. And for tennis, I look to see for us to improve as well, win another GSAC championship, and hopefully make a run for a national title next year. Roll Storm.
Big Mike, what's going on?
Hey man, what's going on, Dylan?
Now Mike, we've had quite a few outstanding female here, haven't we?
We really have, you know. How about a round of applause before this award for all the female athletes over at ACU?
The award for Female Athlete of the Year recognizes the female athlete that is said to have had the best overall performance of the year. The nominees for Female Athlete of the Year are
Kaylee Franks, cross country. Abby Beasley, softball. Desiree Jackson, tennis. Katie Wolf, cross country. And Andrea Crook, tennis.
And the award goes to
Abby Beasley.
Abby Beasley, a junior transfer from NCAA Division I Wagner College, set records galore for the Firestorm in her first year at ACU. Beasley finished the 2015 season leading the Firestorm in just about every offensive category. She finished with a .430 batting average, 19 home runs, 55 RBIs, a .954 slugging percentage, and a .508 on-base percentage. Beasley also shined in center field with a .952 fielding percentage while making just 3 errors all season. Abby Beasley, Female Athlete of the Year.
It's an honor to stand up here, and I had some great teammates behind me all year, whether I was at my high or my low, and they were very supportive. So a big thank you to all of you guys, and Coach Jay and Bailey, of course, who they were always there to support me, but most of all my family at every game they could be at, my mom, my sister, my grandparents, and my boyfriend. So thank you to all you guys for your support.
Hello again. I'm still Jessica. I'm still a senior on the tennis team.
Still Danielle.
All right, we are presenting the Male Athlete of the Year, and this award recognizes the male athlete said to have had the best performance of the year.
So Jessica, I have a question for you. What do you think of, what are some good characteristics of a top male athlete?
I'd have to say someone strong, someone hardworking, someone loyal.
Now, wait a minute. Are you describing a male athlete or a future husband?
Be both, ladies. I hear they're all single. All right, the nominees for Male Athlete of the Year are
Marcus Howard, track and field. Brandon Newman, basketball. Carl Clappy, track and field. And Sharif Watson, basketball.
And the award goes to Marcus Howard. And unfortunately, he couldn't be here because he's at Nationals, but I believe he made an acceptance video, so here it is.
Marcus Howard is currently in Gulf Shores, Alabama, taking part in the NAIA Outdoor Track and Field National Championships. Howard is coming off an impressive performance at the GSAC Outdoor Track and Field Championships, where he finished in first place in hurdles and second place in the 400. Howard had a strong indoor season, and that has carried over to the outdoor season. We will see what this weekend brings for Howard and the track and field team, possibly a national championship. Here's a video message from Marcus.
Hey everybody, sorry for not being able to make it to the ceremony. We're out at Nationals taking care of business. Just want to thank the coaches, Coach Clarence, Coach Chris for coming out every day, working with us. All the great job at GSAC, and hopefully bring home a national title.
How about a round of applause for all of the athletes tonight? So I got to introduce the president. I don't want to screw this up. So very quickly, I'll say to those of you here that may support the university's athletic department here, where you might be a part of the Westfall Athletic Fund. Very quickly, I'll tell you a very quick story. Growing up playing sports in the South, I grew up in all of the anti-bullying stuff we're doing in schools now, all of the isms that we talk about in the country, athletes know as soon as you put on the uniform, none of it matters. Where you came from, how much money you have, what color your skin is, none of it matters. All of those things can be defeated. The best employees are the best teammates. The life lessons that athletes learn on the field and at practice, working together with people for a common goal, putting aside their differences, all of that is what teach young men and women, employees, to be good husbands, to be good wives, to be good citizens. That's why I think athletics is the biggest part of, I am a huge sports fan. I coached football for a long time. I've got no athletic ability whatsoever. I was a wrestler and I was a rodeo cowboy, and I barely survived that. And I'll tell you all that I admire the athletes that go to practice and do what they have to do for the betterment of the team. And for those of us that aren't the athletes, we have an opportunity to support that. So for my 2 cents, I hope you'll do that tonight, because I can tell you from what we've seen tonight, these athletes are definitely worth it. So that's just my 2 cents. The sign of any good organization comes from good leadership. Dedication, self-discipline, tenacity, vision. And I can tell you, I believe that the president of Arizona Christian University, Len Munsell, encompasses all of those things. He is a man, I was going to tell some jokes and crack some jokes at his expense, and it's easy. But to tell you the truth, I admire him very much. And I mean that, I use that word sincerely. There are few people that I can use the word I admire. And I have learned to admire Len Munsell. You are very fortunate to have him as the president of this university. And I've had the very big honor of introducing him at many functions over the years, and it never gets old for me. I am truly honored to introduce him tonight. So please welcome your president, Len Munsell.
Well, thank you, Mike, and thank you for being here tonight. I really appreciate that. Appreciate your heartfelt words, and just even the things you've said tonight have truly been inspiring to me. I just want to talk real briefly about a couple of aspects of athletics that align with the mission of Arizona Christian University, our mission to transform culture with truth. And we talk a lot about the fire theme from Firestorm: faith, influence, relationship, and excellence. And just even it's fascinating to me how sometimes you kind of thinking about what you want to share, and you don't, there was no coordination of this at all. And here's Mike up here, and he's talking about and giving examples from his life of things that I wanted to talk about the importance of athletics and how it aligns with the educational and spiritual mission of Arizona Christian University. And a couple of things I wanted to focus on tonight are the I in that fire theme of influence, and the idea of preparing Christian leaders who have the ability to transform culture with truth. The reality in our culture today is if you want to have an effect on culture, you need to have a position of influence. Athletes have positions of influence in our culture. Rightly or wrongly, they are leaders. They are people that are looked up to. And one of Coach Westfall's teammates, or not teammates, one of the players that played for him, Charles Barkley, at one point famously said he was not a role model. But the reality is athletes are role models. They're people that we look to. There's a lot of time and attention on what athletes think and what they do. Just even thinking over the last few weeks, and there's been a national debate over Deflategate, and Tom Brady, and is his reputation as an athlete and his abilities as an athlete being tarnished by his conduct in the Super Bowl. And did he cheat? And so that becomes a huge issue. I think he in the press conference said something like, "This is not jihad, or this isn't war." But the reality is, it becomes a focus nationally. So the character of athletes really makes a difference, has an effect. The things that you learn in the realm of athletics, you learn things about courage, about teamwork, about perseverance, and we've seen examples of all of those things here tonight, but they do have an effect. They do have influence in the culture. I got to know a guy that was in the NFL named Steve Largent, and he came out and for somebody's clapping for, we have a Steve Largent fan. I'm glad to hear that. NFL Hall of Fame wide receiver with the Seattle Seahawks. And after Steve Largent's career in the NFL, he went into Congress. And I remember a story that someone, and it wasn't him, but somebody else told the story of one of the early days. He was a freshman congressman. Freshman congressmen are not supposed to speak up and say much. And Steve Largent found himself in a position where a number of the pro-life freshman congressmen were sort of being, attacked by leadership for slowing up and stopping progress on other bills because of had been made on the life issue that weren't being kept. And it was a very intimidating presence. 40 or 50 freshman congressmen there. And they were basically being threatened with their political future, with their reputation, unless they would into the pressure. And it was Steve Largent, an NFL Hall of Famer, all of 5 feet 10 tall, who stood up and said, look, I've had 350-pound linemen chasing me down. I'm not intimidated by this. We're going to stand for the sanctity of life. It was an athlete taking that experience and that courage that he had developed who was able to stand up in that situation and stand for truth and not be intimidated. The other element I wanted to mention is equally significant tonight, and that's the R in our fire theme, and that's relationships. When I think about what athletics has done in the community at Arizona Christian University, one of the most significant things that I've seen, for those of you who've been around the school for a long time know that our school looks different today than it did. Certainly 20 years ago, 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. Athletics has been a part of that in bringing people to Arizona Christian University, followers of Christ, but from different areas and different communities. We have become a much more diverse community as a result of the introduction of athletic programs at our school. There's something about athletics that breaks down barriers that tend to rise up in communities. And it breaks down barriers not just when you become a team that you might otherwise not have an opportunity to interact with, but it breaks down barriers in the classroom. Recently I heard a story of a lengthy classroom discussion that took place about what was happening in Baltimore. The opportunity that we have as followers of Jesus Christ to come together in community in a diverse and engage with each other in ways that wouldn't be possible without a place like ACU is one of the things that has developed in our community as a growth of our athletics program. And that's an important piece from a relational standpoint of fulfilling one of the goals of the university. The unity that we have together in Christ that overcomes every other division of economic or racial circumstance is a significant piece that we can develop together at ACU. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm looking forward to seeing over the next decades the effect, the lifelong effect of these relationships that have been developed at ACU. So those were the thoughts that I had that I wanted to share with you about the effect and how athletics at Arizona Christian University really lines up with our mission as an institution. It is my honor at this to introduce the one who this award ceremony is named after. And we are so honored and grateful that he would take time out of his schedule to come be a part of our second event, as he was part of our event, our inaugural event here. And we have many new people here I know this year and who may not know this story, but this is a true story. Paul Westphal was my athletic hero as a kid. You can check with my mom. I had a poster of him on the wall of my bedroom. I patterned my basketball game after him. I did the spin move. I would watch what he did, and I would try, not as well, but I would do the spin move. I would do the turnaround jumper where I'd kick my legs out and try to draw contact and get the foul. All the things that he was known for as an NBA All-Star were things that I emulated. And it was a great honor for me years later to get a chance to meet him and to get to know him, and then to invite him to be a part of a school that he once coached at. And so that has been a lot of fun just to get to know him personally after admiring him for so many years. And it's funny because, at the time I felt like I was a little kid and he was an NBA All-Star. Now we're just a couple of old guys. So, it's amazing how time does that. But two of my worst days of my childhood were the day that he was traded from the Suns to the Seattle Sonics, and then and this is NBA coaches, they're hired to be fired, but when he was fired as the Suns coach, I was outraged and furious. I probably fired off an angry email to the owner of the Suns. I don't remember, but. So a lot of things I could say about Paul Westphal. You can read about him in your program. Obviously a first team NBA player for a number of years, an NBA head coach, very successful, famous series of taking the Suns and Charles Barkley to the finals against Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls. Phenomenal coach, always considered someone that was really for the players and really was able to get the best out of them. Currently the lead assistant for and the interesting thing about that is that he's the lead assistant for Lionel Hollins, who was his lead assistant more than 20 years with the Phoenix Suns. And the relationship that they've developed has been a thing to watch over the years. I wanted to say about Paul Westphal, and the thing I appreciate the most about him as I've gotten to know him better, is that Paul Westphal enjoys life. He just enjoys life. He's a person who in many ways has had a blessed life, and I'm sure he would tell you that, but we all have challenges in life, and I know he's faced his share. But in spending time with him, the things I appreciate are he's just fun to be around. He's got incredible stories, storyteller. He's got a phenomenal sense of humor. Just some of the things that he comes up with spontaneously are hilarious, and he's fun to be around. But all of this and just the perspective that he brings is built around a very strong faith in Jesus Christ, something he's been very open about in public with, and he's in a way in terms of his commitment to his family and his commitment to God that's been very God-honoring. And that's why we're so grateful that he would be a part of Arizona Christian University. His wife, Cindy, who was here last year, couldn't be here tonight, is an incredible asset. I know she keeps you grounded and keeps you humble, but he really is someone who's unaffected by celebrity. He's experienced great fame and signing autographs, and he knows that is fleeting, but what matters are eternal things. And I think that allows him to keep a perspective and a sense of humor on life that's really refreshing and very fun to be around. So I'm grateful again that he's here tonight. He's going to come up and present the award that's named after him, the Westphal Award, which is for being the best teammate. So please join me in welcoming Paul Westphal.
Well, thank you, Len. That was way over the top. Nice. Thank you so much. I've got this little card they gave me to read. This award recognizes the athlete that can be summed up as the best teammate. This athlete is a person of great character who always sought to put his or his team first. I'm not going to read that. It's my name up there. I can do whatever I want. But I think about what Mike had to say about his brother. It touched me so much, talking about what kind of a teammate his brother was. And it was in football and in life. And really, who you are does come out. You can't really hide it. And kind of messed up my premise because I was going to talk about good teammates, and then he did it. And really, when President Munsell asked me to be a part of this awards ceremony last year, he said, "What award would you like to have named after you? The most valuable player, or the best team, or what?" And I said, how about if we have one for the best teammate? And that's why we consider this to be the most important award. And Mike's eloquence is going to top anything I have to say about the importance of being a great teammate. But it really is what sports are all about. And I got to thinking about great teammates that I've either coached or played with. And last year I told the story about Tim Fultz, so I really think this award should be named after Tim Fultz. The gym at Arizona Christian is named after Tim Fultz, and a lot of people might not even know who he was or why the gym is named after this Tim Fultz fellow. And I told the story last year, and I'm not going to tell it very long this year because a lot of you were here and heard it. But when I coached at ACU, it was called Southwestern Conservative Baptist Bible College, and we didn't have enough players for the team. It's a whole long story how I got the job and accepted the job, but then here I was, and they didn't have a gym. We had to practice 5 miles away, and one of the important things was logistics. We had to get our players to practice. So, being innovative coach, I saw somebody drive up onto campus one day. He got out of the car and he looked young, and I said, "Hey, are you a student here?" He goes, "Yes, sir." I said, "Is that your car?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Would you like to be on the basketball team?" And he said, "Yes, sir." So he'd never played basketball before. That didn't really matter. He could drive the starters to practice. And so that's how Tim Fultz got to be on the basketball team. And it turned out that I'm going to really cut through a lot of details. I'm actually writing a book about this, so it's an interesting story. But came down to the most important game of the season, and Tim had never played in the game when the game was on the line. Never. If we were up by 40 or down by 40, he might get in the game, but that was it. But we had 7 players who played when the game mattered, and then a bunch of guys that sang in the choir, and Tim, who had the car. And that was the way it was. But anyway, in this game, the most important game of the year, 2 of our key players fouled out early, and we still had 5 guys that we could count on, and then one of them fouled out with about a minute to go, and we were up by 7 at the time. And I looked down, I had these choir guys to put in, or Tim. So I knew Tim was at practice every day, and he'd really worked on his game and become a lot better, even though since he'd never played before, he had a long way to go. But I put Tim in the game. I told him to stay away from the ball, and don't let him. Anyway, they started fouling Tim, and he missed 7 free throws in a row. I'm telling you the truth. He missed 7 in a row, and the lead just shrunk and shrunk and shrunk in the last minute. And finally, they fouled him again, and he made 2. He swished them both, and we ended up winning the game because of those free throws. He got carried off the floor, and we qualified for the national tournament because of the kid who had a car. And it was just such a, how could a guy who never played basketball be the hero in a college basketball game? And Tim had these qualities that he wasn't at school to be a basketball player, even though by the time he graduated, the senior year, he was the leading scorer on the team. And he became a missionary in Africa, and it was a tragic thing that happened. He was building a church, and he fell off the roof and died. And his wife, got him to the hospital in time that they harvested everything they could from him. And the headline in the paper, nobody who ever saw it could forget it, said, "Missionary boy leaves heart in Africa." I mean, Tim gave everything that he had for the team that he was on. I mean, he didn't choose that to happen, but that was the kind of teammate he was. He would do anything that he could, give his all in any situation he was. And that's why if somebody asks me who is the best teammate you've ever coached, I mean, there's just no question. It's not even close. And I've coached a lot of great teammates, but nobody can stand up to the sacrifice that Tim Fultz was willingly made. And it's just a story that I always deserves telling, even if you've heard it. It's probably worth hearing it a little bit more. But so I think of Tim when this award comes every year. And I also think of players that I played with. And there were a lot of great teammates: Alvin Adams, John Havlicek. These guys were just off the charts phenomenal people who put the team first. And one guy I think of, you may not have heard of, was a player I played with in college. His name was Dana Padgett. And we go back years, back to when we were in junior high school. He was a year older than I was, and we played on this all-star team. And We were from different neighborhoods, but we played on this team and won a lot of games, so we were friends. But then we went to nationals, and his team just killed our team every year. He was the California Player of the Year his senior year, and the next year he went off to USC, Southern Cal. And my senior year, he was gone. He was at SC then, and I was the California CIF Player of the Year my senior year. And then it so happened that I graduated and went to join Dana to play at USC. We were going to be the backcourt together, even though we'd been rivals, and then we were friends, and now we're going to be teammates. And what happened was the coach brought in a great guard from the East Coast who was a sensational player. So 3 guards who were all recruited, and only 2 of them could play. And the battles that we had were, in practice, were some of the best battles that I've ever had in all my years in sports. And in my opinion, Dana was the best of the 3 of us. I was telling this story to President Munsell and Coach Rudder today at lunch. They said, well, why don't you tell this tonight? I said, okay. But Dana, in my opinion, beat both of us out. But the coach didn't know what to do. We were all pretty good, but he brought Dana off the bench and started us because we were, frankly, we were probably, we had worse Dana, and we might not have been able to take it coming off the bench. But Dana, the coach knew that he had such a good attitude that he could stand to come off the bench and he wouldn't, ruin the chemistry of the team. And myself and the other player, we went on to play in the NBA, and Dana never did. And I tell him to this day, you really beat us out. Could have been you in the NBA if you didn't have such a good attitude. And we fought hard for that spot. And Dana never held it against me. He never said a bad word about it. He said some bad words about the coach, but never about me. And we've been friends to this day. He went on to be a great junior college coach and really had a fantastic career in his own right. But I always wonder what would have happened if he didn't have such a good attitude and the coach just put him on the bench because of that. But he never was bitter about it. And that's the kind of substance that can be built through deciding to put the team first. And I don't think Dana's ever regretted the character that he showed. And it's like Mike's brother. It showed who he was, and that's why he was successful, not whether or not he had his dreams fulfilled in basketball. Because, let's face it, we all know having your dreams fulfilled in basketball is fleeting, goes like that. I mean, I was first team All-America one day, and then I tore up my knee, and it was questionable whether I'd ever play again. And some people don't when that happens. Life is about more than sports, but at the same time, it's wonderful to be a part of it when you can, but we're more than that person that's out there playing. And that's the thing that I know is emphasized here at ACU, and that's why I'm so wholehearted in my. So I just had one last thing I wanted to talk. We all know what good teammates are. How about bad teammates? One year I was coaching at Grand Canyon. I just got to tell this story about a horrible teammate. And I had 3 rules, really simple rules. Rule number 1 is be on time. I mean, how hard is that? The first thing you got to do to be good at anything is show up. Well, you might as well show up on time. So that was my first rule. I only had 3 rules. Be on time. The second rule is if you're going to listen to music, you have to understand everybody doesn't like your music. We have different tastes, and that's all good. But if you're going to listen to music, put your headphones on. Unless it's Bob Dylan, because that's who I like. And the team never really had a Bob Dylan blasting out of the speakers, but that was okay because I had him on my headphones. So those 2 rules, those were the first 2 rules, and the third kind of covers everything else. It was don't be stupid. And so if a guy was, there's all kinds of ways to get in trouble. Well, they broke rule number 3. It was stupid to get in trouble. Do your homework, go to class, everything else is covered by rule number 3. So I had one player, we were going to the game one day, we were on a bus, we're on a road trip, and we were just about to get to the hotel. It was actually the day of the game, we were arriving at the hotel, and the game was going to be that night. So we're getting there about 1 o'clock. So I made an announcement to everybody on the bus. I said, okay, it's about 1 o'clock now. Y'all have meal money. You can go get a bite to eat and then take a nap or do whatever you do. The bus for the game leaves at 5. And so, you know, they made the announcement. And it was fine. 5 o'clock, I was a coach, you know, 5 o'clock bus leaves at 5. We pull out, we get to the game. Where's Mike? Mike, one of our players, missed the bus. And so, turns out when we saw Mike, he came rolling in late. I said, Mike, you know, you broke the rule. You know, you weren't on time. So we left you. And he says, Coach, it wasn't my fault. I go, what do you mean it wasn't your fault? He says, well, I didn't hear the announcement. I go, why didn't you hear the announcement? I had my headphones on. And I said, you had your headphones on while I'm talking? That's a headphone violation. You're late and you're stupid. So he broke all 3 rules, and the next morning we had 2 people getting up at 6 a.m. to run suicides. Mike and his roommate, because his roommate let him sleep through the bus. And that was being a bad teammate. And that's what you don't want to be. That's the worst teammate, is to let your buddy sleep through the bus even though he was stupid and had a headphone violation. So anyway, this is to celebrate the person who has won the Best Teammate Award, and it really, I think, to help you be successful in life, to show the character that it takes to win this award. So, very proud to announce that the video, the nominees, where are the nominees? They're up in the video. Okay, here's the nominees. That's why I should have read the card.
Mindy Kleppy, soccer. Dylan Waugh, baseball. Andy Sessions, basketball. Mackenzie Warden, volleyball. Andrea Crook, tennis. And Amanda Showers, basketball.
Now, the winner of the Best Teammate Award is Dylan Waugh.
Dylan Waugh has been an inspiration to all ACU students. Dylan came to ACU to be a pitcher on the baseball team, but then he suffered a serious injury and was forced to undergo Tommy John surgery about 2 years ago. He thought the injury would end his pitching career, so he tried to come back last season as an outfielder for the Firestorm. However, that did not work out as planned, and Dylan never gave up and decided to try to pitch again this year. And the senior turned out to be one of the best pitchers in the ACU bullpen. Waugh closed out his career here at ACU with stellar performance on Senior Day, where the Firestorm earned the victory. Waugh is not only an influence on the field, but off the field as well. Dylan Waugh, our Westphal Award winner.
You know, it feels odd. I was interviewing some of the people walking in, and they were talking about how it doesn't even right to be nominated for such an award, because it's just the student athletes we have here are so humble. They don't feel deserving of it, and I think somewhere inside I don't feel deserving of it either. But with God, all things are possible. And I just wanted to read to you Psalm 115:1 that says, "Not to us, O Lord, not to us, but to your name give the glory for the sake of your steadfast love and your faithfulness." And like the announcer just said, I never thought I'd even I never thought I'd even play the game again. And this is just a testament to my teammates and to the Lord allowing me to play the game that I love so much. And so if there's a little piece of encouragement that I could give to you guys tonight, that it's meet people where they need to be met at and serve them the best way that they need to be served and love on them how you want to be loved. And I just want to leave you with this piece of encouragement. It's from one of my favorite songs of all time, and it's called Symbols and Signs, and it goes something like this. It says, where the things that suck royalty, that's evidence of his, or where there's things that suck royally, that's evidence of his royalty. Scratch your temple so deep it's simple. Silly us, we ignore the plain, we prefer a riddle. Dying to see a miracle while holding God's diary looking for signs. And so if there's one thing that I could say to you guys is that dive into his word. It never changes and it will change your life. So thank you so much. It's really a big honor. Thank you guys.
This award ceremony concludes what's been a great year in ACU athletics, and we've experienced unprecedented success on the field. I think even more impressive is the character of this group of student athletes and what they've accomplished off the field. We've got a team department GPA of over 3.0 and over 5,000 hours of community service, and really a group of student athletes that are emerging as leaders that are going to lead from our culture. And that's really the mission of the university, is transforming culture with truth, and our athletic department is an extension of that. We want to do athletics differently here, and we're training our coaches to be transformational, to reach the student athlete on a holistic level, and our partnership with Fellowship of Christian Athletes and Coach Chambers helps us do that.
We see a fantastic opportunity with student athletes for them to pour into the younger generation. The great thing of the sport platform is that community is already created. So as we train disciples to be able to go in and do sport ministry and execute it while they're a student athlete, we believe at some point athletes will be called to sport ministry from Arizona Christian University.
Over the course of this next year, the student athlete experience is one of the primary objectives of our athletic department, to increase that, to give the student athlete a lifelong experience, to be able to compete for championships, but to develop lifelong friendships and really grow their character and their faith through athletics here at ACU.
I love to be on a team where we are allowed to be open about our faith, where we can pray after games. We have something more to play for than ourselves and our team.
I love the small school environment. There's a huge community aspect. I know my professors, I know everyone I go to school with, and I just feel comfortable here. I'm not another statistic, I'm Garrett Grunwald.
It's great to see spiritual impact with the football team because we've embraced a holistic strategy, both on the coach's side and with the team. So we're literally seeing biblical discipleship lived out through the culture of Arizona Christian football.
Looking towards to enhance the student athlete experience, the first major project we're going to do is a campaign to turf the baseball field and do it in a way where we can bring men's and women's soccer, football, and softball on campus.
Currently, our soccer team is playing at Rose Mofford Sports Complex,
and it would just be huge for us to be able to play home at ACU for home field advantage purposes. We would have the fans behind us and the school supporting us every step of the way.
We practice every day at Shadow Mountain High School. It's a great facility. The only problem is we're set in a time slot at 3 o'clock almost every day. At 3 o'clock during football season, it's about 110 out. And on that turf and in those pads, we're probably sitting at 130 degrees temperature-wise. Turf at ACU would be awesome because we could practice maybe later at night. So much of football is what you do outside of your practice slot, so if I need to get some receivers together, we can throw routes on a field that's lined, that we know exactly how far 10 yards is, that we know is level, that we know is straight, and we know that it's available.
I think there's a tremendous benefit to campus, so to make it happen, we really need the buy-in support from parents and alumni and friends and family and local business owners and others that want to see the non-Division I athletics in Arizona really flourish. And we think this project can do that.
Good evening. Thank you for being here tonight. My name is Dan Petty, and I work in the advancement office with a team of wonderful folks here at ACU. Well, here you had it. You heard tonight. What a great, outstanding year of achievements we had in ACU athletics. We learned a lot about individual success. We learned a lot about team success tonight. You heard actually in this last video, you even got a sneak peek about what's coming and some of the activities that we hope to have more for you as the summer unfolds. In fact, be watching for that information. It's on its way. Well, ACU is dedicated to improving and deepening the student life experience of our athletes. That's why the Westfall Athletic Fund exists. Tonight, we begin the second year of the program. After raising over $60,000 last year, our next year's goal is to increase that 25% to $75,000 as a minimum, and possibly significantly more if we do some of these projects. And that's where you can come in. That's where you can make a difference. You can do this by participating in the Westfall Fund, by becoming, for the first time tonight, or renewing your membership that you started last year. There's new material on the table that you have that explains the individual membership program. So take that, pull it out, look at it. We've made some revisions from last year, and if you want, please feel free to take that home with you. So right now, I want to invite you to either join for the first time or to renew your annual membership for the coming academic year. On the table, you'll see a manila envelope. If you take that, someone at the table start it. And in that, you're going to find some cards like this. You're going to see a return envelope, and you're going to see a pen if you need a pen. Please take that out at this time. I'll give you a little chance to take that out. Everybody grab one, or if you're a couple, of course, just fill one out for the two of you. And follow me as I walk you through it. First of all, we need your vital information. So the upper part has a place for you to put your name, address, city, all the important information. I know you might think we have that already, but this is the chance to make sure that we have the correct information. So please take a moment here to fill that out. If you're filling it out, put both the husband and the wife's name on there. We would appreciate that. And you'll see we have the home phone and the cell phone. If you have a preference on how to be contacted, if we ever need to call you, circle one of those. And that way we'll start there and get to you the right way. Secondly, we want you to make a choice on whether you're going to begin a membership tonight or whether you're renewing. So you'll see there's a box to choose for either one of those. And after you've done that, indicate the level at which you're intending to join. And you'll see again from the new material that's on your table, some new names of the levels and some different benefits. A lot of it you saw last year but we've revised it and updated it, so take a look at that. So indicate which level you'd like to be a part of. Now, if membership in the Westfall Fund isn't appropriate for you at this time, but you'd support ACU athletics, you could make a gift tonight that will go into the general athletic fund. So you'll see on the card, there's also a chance where it says my payment information for you to make a one tonight. And if you'd like to do that, just indicate on the card their gift amount and either insert a check in the return envelope with the card or use the credit card information below to indicate the amount of gift you'd like to make tonight. So one way or another, we hope that you would consider being a part of the Westfall Fund or making a gift tonight to support these great athletes and teams that you've seen tonight. One new thing that we have available for those of you that like to do kind of monthly payments, we have a ability to do reoccurring monthly payments now, so you'll see a place to check for that, and we'll be able to fill you in on how to do that. So when you've filled it out, got all here indicating your intent, I want you to stick it in the return envelope, if you do that, and then stuff it back into the manila envelope. And we're going to pick those up after we're done here tonight. Give you a little bit more time to finish that process. Lastly, if you'd like a little bit more time on this and need to go home and either take the time to talk with your significant other there or have some chance to think through what you'd like to do, please feel free to take this material home, the envelope, and we can have you send that in later if you'd like. And the very last thing we want to ask you to do tonight is help spread the word. The Westfall Fund started last year. We had quite a few members, and the first year was a great success, as you see with the numbers of funds that came in. But we want this to grow, and really anybody can be a member. Students, you will see that as you graduate, you can become an alumni member. But you could still be a member while you're in school too. I know you have a lot of expenses and other things, but if you'd like to participate, you can join now. But a lot of you have friends and family who might want to join the Westfall Fund. We'd love to have you members. And let's grow this fund so that more people can participate and enjoy athletics that ACU is putting on the field. Well, thank you for helping by investing in the lives of these young athletes and through the teams. Through your membership or your gift to the Westfall Athletic Fund. You're helping to enrich the student experience here for our athletes through your support. In fact, you very much are on the Westfall team yourself. Thanks you for joining the team.
Feel like Letterman, I got the last card. See the old people laugh, Letterman. He's the older guy, just retired last night. Great night, right? What do you think? I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the people here at CCV, but especially the people that made this night possible and worked so hard to put this event on. How about a round of applause for the people that did that? Congratulations to all the student athletes. It was great to see you be honored tonight for your successes on the field, and I personally was moved by the fact that all of you pointed right back in the direction of Jesus Christ. That's exactly what ACU is about. You've touched my heart tonight. Thanks everyone for being here. Have a great night. We'll see you next year.
About the things that we could be, but baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah, we'll be counting stars. Like a swinging vine, swing my heart across the line. In my face is flashing signs. Seek it out and ye shall find. Old, young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world is sold. I'm just doing what we're told. I feel something so right, doing the wrong thing. And I feel something so wrong. I could lie, could lie, could lie. makes me feel alive. I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Hey. I feel your love and I feel it burn down this river every turn. Hope is our four-letter word. Make that money, watch it burn. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world is sold. I'm just doing what we're told. And I feel something so wrong. We're doing the right thing. I could lie, couldn't lie, couldn't lie. Everything that drowns me makes me wanna fly. I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Say no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Say no more counting, we'll be counting stars. Oh, take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Watch it burn, sing in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sing in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sing in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sing in the river, the lessons I've learned.
I know I took the path that you would never want for me. I know I let you down tonight. So many sleepless nights where you were waiting up on me. Well, I'm just a slave unto the night. Now remember when I told you that's the last you'll see of me. Remember when I broke it down to tears. I know I took the path that you would never want for me. I gave you hell through all the years. So around the world and never in my wildest dreams would I come running home to you. I've told a million lies, but now I tell us the truth. There's you in everything I do. Now remember when I told you that's the last you'll see of me. Remember when I broke you down to tears. I know I took the path that you would never want for me. I gave you hell through all the years. So I live my life, I live my life, I live my life on you. I live my life, I live my life, I live my life on you. Don't tell me that I'm wrong. I've walked that road before and left you on your own. And please believe them when they say that it's left for yesterday. And the records that I play, please forgive me for all I've done. So
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you built a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you had. say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Every broken bone, I swear I live.